Hey friends, Mark Holmes here for my buddy Cowboy Jobu, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing to the Jobu Sports Report, because without you guys and all your great comments, this thing would be nothing. You know, it's the silly season right now in the NFL, where you hear all kinds of rumors, and everybody's going off on all wild tangents and stuff about Tony Romo, about the crazy free agents that we might sign, and we even now have Myles Garrett talking about he doesn't want to go to Cleveland. He wants Jerry Jones to make a blockbuster trade involving Tony Romo to get out of Cleveland. Now, I got to tell you, one thing that you can always count on is that Jobu's going to need a refill. Now, here's what's interesting about the whole thing with Myles Garrett. I'm not sure that he exactly made friends with Jerry Jones by saying that he should trade Tony Romo. I think you've been better off if he had just said, you need to get me in Dallas and trade whoever or whatever picks. But when you start talking about Tony Romo, ooh boy, you might just be swimming with the fishies. You know what I mean? You might have that good old horse head waking up next to you. Yeah. So I'm over here playing a little bit of cards. So what you got, Jobu? I know you're over there bluffing. Yeah, I know I got you this time. Boy, I think I'm going to get him this time. We're going to go ahead and live stream. We'll talk about some of the crazy things that are going on with the Dallas Cowboys as well as around the NFL, and get your questions and thoughts and stuff, and have a good time as usual. But here's my thoughts on Tony Romo. I believe that something's going to happen within the next month. I believe that Tony Romo will actually be traded. Now, I don't have any facts or anything else. This is just kind of a gut feeling. Because as I look through at the quarterbacks that are in this draft, you don't have anybody that you say is NFL ready. I'm looking at these guys and I just don't see it. And you have teams out there that think that they're close and think that the quarterback, which is always true, is the key. You look at the Texans, who've made the playoffs twice. They were paying $75 million for Brock Osweiler, and realized that may not be the answer. Maybe a couple years down the road, but right now that team is primed to make a run. They're in a soft division, with the team with Tennessee and the Colts and everything else. So they pretty much have a cakewalk into making it into the playoffs. They just need to go that extra step. So they may be desperate enough to say, you know what? If we get Tony Romo for a good season, we might be able to make a run at it. Now, I would say Denver, but see, Denver, you know what? John Elway, he's tight with that money. And he's even tighter with those picks. He's not giving up jack crap to get a quarterback. So I don't see Denver making that move. If he becomes a free agent, I see them possibly trying to do that. But I would have said Arizona had Carson Palmer retired. And I'm not sure that, he ended up signing that deal and stuff, but I'm not sure that that's necessarily a done deal, because he's been looking injury prone and quite not there. And Arizona may look at it as, we got Larry Fitzgerald for another year. We've got a great defense. It might be time to try something a little different and make a run. Wouldn't surprise me at all to see him go there. Miami might be another spot that Tony Romo wouldn't mind playing in, although they're not playing against the Cowboys. But they have a great defense. They have some players on there. So there's some teams that feel like they're just a step away of making that run. And as far as free agent quarterbacks out there, there's nobody you can say is going to take me to the playoffs. So look for people to maybe gamble a little bit, roll the dice. And as far as Jerry Jones goes, well, he's playing Texas Hold'em. He doesn't want you to know what he's doing. That's why he's got his poker face on with, I don't know what I'm going to do with Tony Romo. So this is actually kind of a fun part of the season, because you can speculate, you can dream about it, about this player coming in and everything else. before everything becomes a reality. This is kind of like fantasy football. Maybe we can sign Calais Campbell, or maybe we can draft, Myles Garrett. It's kind of fun. So enjoy it, So as always, friends, be sure to check out the live stream tonight at 9 o'clock Eastern Time. And we'll be talking to you then. Any other breaking news or wild stories about Tony Romo or anybody else, you know me and good old Jobu will bring it to you live. Have a great night, and I'll see you at 9.
Jobu Sports Report here, checking out the sights and sounds of the Super Bowl. Oh, I'm sorry.